Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera.
Ice makers make
what was
weird
supposed to be a
noises
short,
all the time.
random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look.
She took down the clip and got us watching it. Ooh.
Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl.
Ooh.
Even creepier is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident. Whatever was captured has left her extremely unsettled. Even though this video was taken a few years ago, it is still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had captured something paranormal on camera.
Well, she don't want to know no more. I'm just gonna delete it.
In the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before. Employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum. Take a look.
Oh, you think he didn't go down there to catch? To see he gonna catch a ghost? Of course he went down there to see that. Gonna pop out of nowhere. Okay, 10 times that hoe. Of course. Honestly, bro, it looks like holes and shit everywhere on the ground. And, I don't know. Look at that.
It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after rewatching the footage. Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged, just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured.
The fuck? Number 6.
Now the following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from. Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal until you notice the two strangers that are standing outside the owner's home. They come into view as the owner beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there, while eerily standing still. It is at this point, though, where things get really creepy.
Think it ain't real? Yo. So. We just go out there empty-handed, huh? Are they sitting down? Ooh. But hell nah.
In utter disbelief, the property owner sees the two strangers disappear without a trace.
Go back in the house.
Clearly, there
I
had
know
been two
y'all be
individuals
seeing
standing
shit in the dark.
outside, but somehow they vanish as soon as the lights are flashed again. Now, how exactly this happened is something viewers can't seem to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly disappeared?
Because they wasn't real.
In the following video, a man is woken up after hearing strange noises inside his apartment. The man lives alone, so he finds it alarming to hear what sounds like an intruder inside his home. He quickly grabs his phone and begins to record.
Footsteps. Oh boy. He taking a shower? Oh, well, he not taking a shit. I know that stance.
Strangely, the sound of footsteps can be heard coming from above, as though someone is in the attic. Now, the man in this video is known as Nick Long, and it wasn't until the next morning that he decided to leave from the safety of his room to investigate the attic space. He treads carefully as to avoid any physical confrontations.
Oh, hell no, I ain't going up there. Yeah, like you gotta make sure the attic in your house not even big enough to walk in.
As Nick looks around and checks every corner, he sees that no one is there. Not even traces of a person, such as footprints, can be found anywhere. This was definitely strange, but Nick doesn't really think much of it, since plenty of other strange things have happened before inside his apartment. Though, it would be a few nights later when the strangest encounter happens. Nick is once again woken up by strange noises from his attic. Only this time, he decides to check it out as it happens. Needless to say, what's captured here is pretty spooky. Watch.
Yes, I've been hearing weird noises and shit. And this door has been like opening and closing.
Ooh. At the attic of the basement.
What the
You good, my boy. That's just airflow. It's just airflow. You good. Can we do it?
The door to the attic somehow opens on its own as soon as Nick approaches it. Feeling spooked, Nick is completely unsettled by this incident. It's now apparent that something strange is going on. But as if things couldn't get any more creepy, the following night, Nick is recording his dog when he captures this.
What was that?
Like, shit, I don't know. You gonna figure it out. That dog ain't shit.
What was that?
Know what I'm talking about. Dog ain't shit. The dog neck like that, don't even go. It's crazy when the dog don't want to see who it is. Right, dog is a man's best pal. He putting his life at risk right now.
Nick's dog immediately goes on high alert. His dog is sensing something that doesn't appear to be there. It's as though he senses something dangerous.
He has a big
With all that's happened before, Nick
like
believes that something isn't right with his apartment. He believes it might be haunted and thinks that the attic might have something to do with this. Whether ghost or not, he's deeply unsettled by these incidents. Despite living somewhere else now, he can't seem to forget the strange events that have happened there.
Man. He left.
Then, just what exactly was going on inside Nick's apartment?
What are you doing?
Like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
Good job, Nick. Wait for.
This next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on footage. Or at least, that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
Like a big ass snail or something. Yeah, right. Paper moving. I hope that it's hella blurry.
It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A disembodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl. It almost seems to come out of nowhere before disappearing into thin air. Even the cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room.
Disembodied man. That one. Glory.
On August 23rd of 2023, George Cruz and his wife had just finished making dinner and were heading towards the living room to eat their meal. The couple sit close to each other while watching their favorite TV program. As minutes pass, it appears that nothing strange is happening in this footage. But fast forward to just a few more seconds, and something happens that scares the living daylights out of the couple. Prior to this incident, George and his wife had been experiencing strange occurrences inside their house. Before having to document any of these occurrences, they would often wake up in the dead of night and hear faint whispering coming from somewhere inside the house. But creepiest of all is when the couple would see household items move on their own. Over time, the activity has become so intense that the couple has asked for help from those who specialize in the paranormal. It was recommended that they set up cameras around their home to capture evidence of the so-called paranormal activity, so the couple act accordingly. Weirdly enough, they were also told to get rid of a certain item inside their house. George and his wife own an old rocking chair, and apparently this chair is the source behind all the activity. So the couple does exactly that by selling it. And surprisingly, a buyer has taken an interest in purchasing the chair. The couple holds onto the chair until the buyer comes over to pick it up sometime next week. But in the meantime, something very strange is captured on their cameras. No one is home when this is captured.
Damn chair rocking. And you still got it in your house and they told you to get it. I don't even know if this is straight stupidity or what. Yeah, look. Look at it. Ooh. Ooh. That might have did it for me. Oh no. Didn't move the camera like that. What doing, y'all? Oh.
Eerily, the chair begins to rock back and forth before somehow other objects inside the house move on their own. Although terrified by what was captured, the couple is glad they had caught this. They can now show this video to those who've doubted their claims.
Ooh,
however,
crazy.
this wouldn't be the only footage they'd be showing because as of recent, more activity has been caught on camera. Not long after this video, the following incident was captured. Take a look.
I don't understand how they just sitting comfortably in the house. Obvious. Yeah. But the TV gonna break, huh? Ain't too much worried about it. She saw it.
Now, moments before an object falls down, the camera pans over to the shelf as though sensing movement in that area. What's weird about this, though, is that it sensed it before the DVD case had fallen on its own. Now, one could say that the camera picked up movement from the TV, But if that were so, then the camera would have already moved earlier, given that there were things moving on the screen way before the camera had moved.
Nigga, this
It
camera
seems
is
like this was a
fire.
random occurrence, unless it was sensing something else. The couple continued to document these strange occurrences in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening. Ultimately, their goal is to stop the activity. But until then, it seems they'll continue to share more footage of this unusual situation.
That did it.